Hello, everyone. Rob with Soft Side of Cyber here. Frank posted an article, the third in our series on DEI, this week on inclusivity, and this is one of those things that, like as a leader, you started to you've invested in diversity, you've addressed your hiring practices, you've really uh, uh, shaken up who you're working with from a vendor and contractor perspective. So, like you've got diverse and equitable culture, but making sure that people actually feel included within your culture once it's running, it can sometimes be a little bit of a different thing. And so, one of the things that I wanted to focus on today was meetings. And everyone's probably favorite topic, but meetings are often, they're a place where we come together as team members and we're working something out, we're sharing information, we're problem solving, brainstorming, what have you. And managers and leaders, or really anybody in meetings, but I feel like those roles are obvious when it comes to setting the tone and managing the flow of a team discussion, can have a big impact on how inclusive a particular discussion is. And so one of the things I heard this tip, I honestly can't remember where I heard it from, or else I would give credit where it's due, but it's definitely not my idea originally. Is as somebody who's running a meeting, make sure that everybody gets to speak once before anybody speaks twice. And the reason for that is you're making sure that everybody in the room starts off on a level, equal playing field. Everyone's voice is included in the discussion. Everyone gets to share an idea. And sometimes you gotta kind of draw out those who might be getting stepped all over, spoken over, things like that, and really try to manage how the flow of the discussion is going to make sure that other voices get included. And you don't want to put any pressure on anybody. However, you also want to make sure that people who just have bigger personalities or who have big ideas and are just a little bit like conversational bullies, that they do not dominate the conversation and just run away with things. And so, yeah, everybody speaks once before anybody speaks twice. And if you're running a team discussion, you really want to make sure you are paying attention not just to the content of the conversation, but how people are like reacting and engaging with the conversation with each other. And that's where you can invest your time in making sure that people feel comfortable speaking up when they share an idea. Make sure that the credit for an idea is not taken by somebody else, that it's acknowledged, things like that. Doing that kind of stuff consistently and just being disciplined about it will absolutely help you establish and foster and incubate a more inclusive culture. There's of course a lot of different things Frank touched on in the article, metrics and basically tracking for creating a more inclusive culture. And I mean, there's a lot of things that you could track along the DEI spectrum, with respect to your actual team makeup, employee resource group, engagement and numbers, and employee surveys, things like that. And so there's the tangible day-to-day things that you can do, but also, I mean, be thinking about your metrics and be thinking about the things that you want to track, the big impact drivers that you think are going to move the needle on your culture, because what measures or what gets measured gets done. So if this was helpful, everyone, if you haven't checked out the other two articles on DEI, go back, read those. They're on the site. And I encourage you to share with somebody who you think would benefit from this kind of content. At Soft Side of Cyber, we are really trying to help anybody and everyone in the cybersecurity field become more impactful in their work by developing these non-technical skills. So thank you, everyone, for all of your support. Have an awesome, awesome day.